Brodes Media.
So the Phils lose game 2 in Cincy. Not going to crush them. They've been doing a hell of a job lately. I'm not going to react after this one game and act like the sky is falling. Although, yeah, I'm with you. Ranger Suarez having a 6+ ERA in his last handful of starts isn't good. I don't know if part of me knew that this is the Ranger Suarez experience, so I was prepared. I was ready for it. I was almost waiting for it. So now that it's happening, I'm not in rage mode because I've watched Ranger Suarez for years, and this is a consistent trend. When I discussed my let's just see where this takes us mentality, there was a description of who this team is already set as the foundation. That was part of it. So when I see it, it's just par for the course, if you will. I would have liked to see the offense explode more. I thought it was, the 6th inning when you had 2nd and 3rd with Kyle Schwarber up, that we had a chance to steal this game. And actually, when Trey Turner just missed the home run. Because at that point, you would have been right back into the dogfight. But unfortunately, you come up with the goose egg, and then Ranger Suarez, after already battling bases loaded, getting out of the traffic jam, well, it's deflating when you think you're going to score runs, when you think you're going to get something on the board, and you don't with Kyle up. The 5th into the 6th, that transitional period is where the game was lost. After that, you had the wonky rain delay. You come back. Truth be told, I got in the shower and I missed the Bryce Harper home run. Didn't even anticipate seeing a run till I checked my phone and I went, oh, okay, Bryce went yard. But it was just blah after that rain delay. And you chalk it up to one of those. And it's really less about this game. And it's more about what tomorrow tells us about this game. This game, I got to see them take the field tomorrow. And then it's either a couple of rough ones in a row after winning 4 straight and you drop a series on the road that kills a little bit of the fun. Or it's, hey, another series win. And what happened on Tuesday night, it was just a bad combination and a flat miss. The mix was flat, and it was a straight-up miss. Ranger Suarez, not strong whatsoever. And then your offense, not there. Let me know how many baseball games you win when your starter gets punched in the dick and when your offense can't do dick. You don't do a damn thing, unfortunately. Did Ranger get squeezed? Yes, he did. He should have been out of the inning. Then there was a couple of RBIs. But here's the thing. 1, don't let it bother you. Get the out anyway. 2, I thought Max Kepler probably should have made the catch. Would it have been a difficult catch? Yeah. It's not just a standard get underneath of it type job. Would it have been a really cool catch if he done it? Yeah, sure. But a makeable and doable one. Make the catch. And Ranger probably showed the most emotion I've ever seen out of him. And I think it's because it's settling in for him as well that this is going to happen. There's no beating around the bush. It wasn't just soft contact and, hey, Rangers willing to allow the other team to get some grounders here and there. They happen to find the middle of the field. They happen to squeeze by somebody's glove. This was exactly how I feel when Jesus Luzardo is getting carved up and it's squared up, which is not normally what I think of a Ranger Suarez tougher effort. But it fell into that category tonight. I think he knows. It's supposed to be about the poise, the calmness, the Rob Thompson-like energy. That's Ranger on the bump. He's barking. He's trying to get a new ball. I don't know if someone wasn't paying attention or if he was just mumbling and disgust because he was angry with himself for certain pitches or mad at the blue behind the plate, but he was aggravated then, and you could see it in his facial expressions. I don't think I've ever seen Ranger Suarez like that, ever. So it was pretty eye-opening to see. That's the first sign of cracking, even in other years. When it wasn't lovely, I don't remember seeing that. And I get it. If you get a strike 3 call with 2 outs, it shouldn't be human error. And you should be out of the inning. And the other team doesn't punch up a couple of runs. But right now, they don't have the technology in place. A lot of pitchers get boned and screwed. Don't give up the hit. It's a disgusting call. It's an awful call. It's an embarrassment that inning continued. But there really is no other alternative other than handle your business anyway. What else can I demand Ranger Suarez to do? You know the narrative about you. You know it's going to start to get loud if you fail. So shut the noise down before it even gets active. Instead, square it up, square it up, square it up. What else do we got here? Got out of the bases loaded that I mentioned, but hit hard right after. I think maybe he was sitting on the bench thinking the offense is finally here. Sure, again, on a second consecutive night, there are starters out here throwing perfect games through a handful of innings, but eventually we'll get a nuke. We'll get a couple of doubles and string them in a row to score a run, and then the life and the momentum will be in your favor. But after you had second and third, and also getting out of bases loaded, you think it's right there for the taking. And when it doesn't succeed, then Ranger gets tattooed. And it all slipped right away. One thing that I am not appreciating, by the way, is, yo, Cincinnati, go fuck off. Go fuck off. You think it's just ironic and then being good people to have certain someone throw out the first pitch? They're trying to steal our guy. Imagine you're at the bar, okay? And you're with an absolute smoke show of a woman. And you're buying drinks all night. You're having a good time. You guys exchange numbers. You can feel one another's energy. It's going in a good place. And then here comes someone else with an open bar tab and says, oh, what are you drinking here on? Oh, okay, you got a little bit of... Hey, 2 cranberry vodkas for her and her friend. Scoops right on in, steals your ladies, goes home with them. Come on, man. That should be you. That's the Cincinnati Reds. And yes, you can think they're not going to pay somebody. You can think that they're not going to throw out the big bucks and open up their checkbook and go after a Kyle. But there's a few things here. His hometown, there's always that connection and relationship. And I'm not saying he'd go take less money because he's going to hit the open market and get paid a fat bag. But if they are willing to bring someone, they don't pay a lot of guys. But if there is to be a guy to bring in that could bring some juice, that could bring jersey sales, that could bring excitement with the current state of some of the other players on the roster, I'm looking at it from maybe the way they can sell it to themselves if your ownership with Cincinnati, knowing they're not a big market team. This guy makes sense. Joey Votto stayed there. Did he not? He stayed there. There was a reason why. There's always a guy that can connect to a market like that. Kyle Schwarber falls into that category as long as the Reds push certain buttons and it's clear they're flirting. Enough with the nonsense. Please, no. This is all set up and methodical. Cincinnati's planting the seed. You know, it could be one of those things where the bar scene I just laid out, picture this. You're down the shore for the summer. And it's Memorial Day weekend. It's the first weekend. Everybody's there. They're just planting the seed. They know they'll be back. Those girls, whatever, we'll plant the seed. We'll get him a drink this week. We'll see him next weekend, and maybe we can go to the beach one day and start something off. Get out of my face, Cincinnati. Take that money, go spend it anywhere else. You want Boom? I'll give you Boom. You want to work something out for Boom? Go ahead, you can have Boom. By the way, Aaron Nola with 11 Ks. Down with Lehigh. It's about time to get our workhorse back. It's about time to get Aaron I'm fucking phenomenal Nola back. Now, I saw this tweet. And all jokes aside, I wonder if this has anything to do with where Ranger is and Zach Wheeler is physically. So, Scott Seidenberg of sports betting, he's a sports betting host on, I'm not sure exactly what platform, so I apologize. But he tweeted this out. Rough week or so for some of the best pitchers in baseball. Skubal, 4 runs allowed last Friday. Eovaldi, 5 runs allowed yesterday. Crochet, 5 runs allowed yesterday. Skeens, 4 runs allowed yesterday. So I quote tweeted it and said, maybe it's just normal. Maybe Zach Wheeler going through it. He talked about it the last time he hit the media. There's a cycle, and he feels good. After that last start, he feels like his body's in good shape, and he's feeling comfortable, and he's just got to work himself out of this. Maybe it's just that natural time of the year. Hashtag always positive, never emotional Brodes. The issue with Ranger is he can never get to the elite Cy Young again consistently after he breaks. That's what separates you. There's going to be times where you feel it. There will be time where you are fatigued, okay? Where you are deprived and you need some more juice somehow. But the elites, it doesn't linger. Every single year, every single back half, you eventually carry your team to a World Series as an ace, Zach Wheeler. You find yourself in the Cy Young race again because of your dominance, Zach Wheeler. So you can talk me more into the Wheeler thing, although I am scared, but that's just because by nature, anytime we're talking about a pitcher with such a heavy velo dip and all the playoff performances and nods that he has had over the last 3 years combined, he's getting up there in age. It could just be natural and organic. So I am scared a bit. Again, Ranger, totally different age, totally different workload, totally different way of pitching. So it's not apples to apples. I'm more willing to be talked into Wheels will be fine because he's Zach Wheeler. Ranger, I don't know. I need Aaron Nola back.